and then shake again. And the reason for that is a bunch of coding that I don't fully understand. But I'm going to try to explain it the best that I can. Essentially, when the lure hits the water... I'm going to wait for that to end. When the lure hits the water, a fish is determined, and then you have to shake a certain amount of times to hit the value of the fish. But I'm not exactly sure how that part works. I've seen, like, the numbers and whatnot, and my best interpretation of it is every time you shake the rod, the value goes up by 2 points, and by waiting, I think you're actually trying to wait a certain number of time to hit like an odd number, so that when you shake the pole again, you go up by 2s, and you're hitting an entire different set of numbers. But I could be wrong. I wish I was a data miner, and I could figure all of this out super fast, but I'm not. So instead, I am playing Fisherman. We're doing it the hard way. By devastating an ecosystem. In case you're wondering, many people don't, but my record Hama Hama is a 128 centimeter one, 564 FP, and then 107 centimeters and 382 FP. So again, we're looking for a hybrid of those 2 point values. If you have any fish bigger than this, please send me pictures. I would deeply appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. I'd deeply appreciate it. So again, kind of like a little half-second wait there. Full 2-3 seconds there. We're gonna wait again. Quick shakes, and again, 2 seconds, or 3. And then you're probably wondering, where's the fish? Excuse me, so am I. No, I'm kidding. So sometimes with the lure rod, you just don't catch a fish. There's no way to know that you're not going to catch a fish. You just kind of have to try. And then, again, this is one of those things I'd have to have a Game Shark or a cheat engine to see, but sometimes you get a fish with such a high value that you couldn't shake to get to it. You're not getting the fish. But again, you don't know that. Now, some people say that if you hit the X button, it changes what fish you get. I've seen a lot of people say that it's just kind of a fact. I've seen other people say that the X button does nothing. I fall in the camp of, I don't know. I think the X button changes what fish you get. Oh, I forgot to hit. Oh, we got it. I think it changes what fish you could potentially get. But at the same time, I've seen a lot of evidence that it might not do anything. However, that could also just be me hitting the fish that was available at a higher digit, and I would have never seen that fish because I hit X. Again, I don't know. I've caught fish immediately after hitting the X button, so like I think it works, but at the same time, what if I didn't hit the X button? So, for the next 2 hours, I will not be hitting the X button. Because, well, that's trial and error. God, that's science. I'm doing science. I didn't want to do science. I just wanted to fish. Catch some sun. Ooh. Analog stick's a little sticky. You're probably wondering why. So FP values change depending on what rod you're using, but the fish itself is not actually bigger. The value is just different because you're using the lure rod. Okay, that was a bad shake. I did that backwards. I'm gonna still wait the 2 and then quick. So I'm gonna show you how I first did this when I started. I would shake, X button, X button, X button, X button, X button, X button, X button. And I actually caught fish that way. So like, again, I don't actually know what's necessary. However, when I started lure fishing, I knew that shaking your rod 10 times and hitting the X button were things that were part of the known formula. So I did start with a step up, which kind of messes with the learning process, but it's fair, I think. I have come a long way. I've changed a lot of the things that I do while lure fishing. I think depressingly, the only thing I have proved with evidence is that fish of the same centimeter can have as much of 100 difference in FP value. That was definitely a full second wait there. So if you catch like a 150 centimeter hama hama, it could also be 2 different FP values. And obviously that makes sense, but like, I mean, it could be a 200 or a 300, which when you're trying to catch the biggest fish is a lot. Shoot, I don't even know what fish I'm on. Am I on 4? I'm trying to catch 10 fish and then move on from the area. I think I mentioned this earlier, and made a fire stream. But I am a firm believer that if you don't catch the fish large enough to get a medal in the first 10, you should just come back and try again. I'm still trying to get used to this like new shake pattern. I did not mean to hit X there. That sucks. Well, I didn't catch anything anyways. I'm just gonna assume that wasn't a good one. Just yesterday, I was doing single shake, 2 seconds, X button, double shake, 2 seconds, X button, triple shake. And I was catching fish. So like, it's hard to say what actually works and what doesn't work, because seemingly everything works. And when seemingly everything works, it kind of makes it hard to see what doesn't work. For the eagle-eyed people, if you notice that the danger safety tension bar on the right went up before I even did anything, what I'm looking for is that bar to be about here. That's where the big record fish are. So as soon as I hook the fish, if you see that bar going up without me doing anything, you know we have a good one. So after, I think we're on fish 5. I'm really bad at counting. Oh, that was just a bad one. After 10 fish, I'm gonna go to Starlight Canyon, and we're gonna try to, oh god, what are they called? Umakadara? As soon as I started thinking about it, I was like, I don't remember what their names are. I think it's Umakadara, the horsefish. We're gonna go try to catch some of those. We're gonna catch 10 of those, And then we're gonna come back here and try to catch another record. Ooh, not bad. So, I'll take a second. If you notice where the tail is at, my current record shows up right above the H in Hama Hama. So that one's missing a decent amount of length. But that wasn't bad. Beautiful fish. I have no idea what the record is on any of these fish. I don't think anybody does. I think your best bet for finding out what the biggest fish possible would be to use a cheat engine to cheat the biggest possible fish in just as big of stats as you can, because at some point the fish won't get any bigger. That's how model sizes work, I think. But then you could work backwards towards the realm of numbers we know are real and see when the model size flips back to being one that's smaller than what we have caught. And then I guess still theoretically you'd have to be like, okay, well this is the maximum of that. In my mind, the maximum is going to be like a nice round number, like 200 centimeters, 600 FP, but it might not be. It might not be. We'll have to find out next time on Dark Cloud 2. Wait, 2. I will be partaking in a couple of glitches if things work out in Starlight Canyon. If you don't like glitches, I apologize. Not everybody uses glitches. But, we do a little shenanigans around here. Nothing big. Nothing big. I'm not cheating. I just think it's fun when I go to Starlight Canyon to get out of bounds and fish actually on top of the river instead of from the bank. Does it change anything? I don't know. I like to think it does. Does? Do? Excellent. Hello, Maple. You get your first time chatter bar around your name. No, I like to partake in the harmless glitches and shenanigans. Now, this fish is pretty solid. It didn't have the initial bar jump, but you can tell because they'll have this little flick here at the end. It's not terrible. 113, 330. That's pretty heavy for how long it is. Alright, so I think that's fish 7. I used to have a whiteboard, but I switched to just using my phone because this is going to sound super lame, but I got tired of turning around to write on the whiteboard behind me after every fish. And between the PS4 and PS2 and my computer, I've run out of desk space. I actually switched to the PS2 Slim just to save a little more space. Actually, what I should do is make a trip to the IKEA to check out desks. Because there's a game store over there. And I could look for the Dark Cloud 2 guidebook, demo, and some other stuff. I could also call them, but where's the fun in that? I mean, I think it's like an hour-and-a-half drive, so the fun is not driving an hour and a half. Excuse me. Oh, I hit the X button again. I am still trying to get out of that habit. I've done that for like... Oh my god, I've done that for like 80 hours. Oh my gosh, how much fishing have I done? Is it on my phone? I wonder... I think I might have a screenshot of when I stopped grinding in Chapter 4 and I switched to fishing. This has been a very strange playthrough of Dark Cloud 2. I was trying to collect everything possible pre-Lyn back in Chapter 3. And by collect everything possible, I mean monster transformation and everything. What, June? My cat's angry. Why is my cat angry? Alright, you can... 1 second. You can sit with me for a second, or are you gonna take the whole chair? You're gonna take the whole chair. Alright, you can have the chair. I'm gonna stand. I have to give her the whole chair, or else she'll chew on my controller or PS2 cords. She's a demon. She is a tortoiseshell demon. I love her, but... if she doesn't get what she wants, she ruins my life. Oh god, you're such a little baby. No, no, it's lure rod fishing. I can't pet you. You're 3 fish away from being able to get pets. I can pet you when I'm using the bait rod. I have 3 cats. I don't know if that will garner the same no judgment, but... June, Jiraiya, and JoJo. Actually, I feel bad even saying that. Her name's actually Josie, but I call her JoJo. God, I should feel bad. Sometimes I call her Mojo Jojo, like she's the evil monkey from the Powerpuff Girls. I mean no harm. I love her, but that's just not a great nickname for a cat. And that's like the name she knows. Her real name, Josie, is Josie and the Pussycats from Cartoon Network, but... or is that Hanna-Barbera originally? Is that one of the originals? Is that like that's a classic. Oh my gosh, I love you, cat, but sometimes I think I'm allergic to you. Also, actually, it's probably I just don't brush you enough. But you guys hate being brushed, so like... is it my fault? Let's both take blame. Oh my god. Where's my water? I've inhaled a whole cat. Oh god damn it. I said their names and now they're all looking at me. Yep, Jiraiya's in the chair too. Oh, actually. The Hama Hama is a beautiful fish. I am so glad you said that. Nobody likes the Hama Hama. Like, actually. Every time you look up stuff about biggest fish in this game, the Hama Hama is never included despite being the 4th largest fish in the game. It's like the cutoff is 3rd, and if you didn't make it, nobody cares about you. But I specifically go out of my way to keep 2 of them in my aquarium because I freaking love them. I think I boiled it down to, as a child, every year when I'd go on like a summer vacation, I would get the blue and white gummy sharks at like the local gas station that we'd go to, and I think that's why I love them so much. But yeah, I think it's also just the fact that they're freaking cute. See, I was never a Gundam kid, and it makes me so sad because I specifically stopped playing Dynasty Warriors because of Dynasty Warriors Gundam. I was like, they sold out. And I think it was just because I was bitter. There was never a Zoids variant. I was a Zoids kid. And then Eureka 7. So, like, I need to go back and watch Gundam. I think I'm just bitter. Alright, I think that was fish 10. No big fish. That's bad. Wait. I should have discarded these so I could actually pay attention. Oh! Okay, I thought I deleted it. Sometimes I delete things too fast. Alright, unequip that. What am I doing? Removing. Oh my god, she's actually just cleaning his ears. Normally, she gets sick and tired. Oh. She's like holding him in a headlock, cleaning his ears. He's gonna get tired and leave, or she's gonna get tired and leave. Alright. I hate Hocus Pocus, but cross your fingers. Hope for rain. Is it raining? Apparently we want raining. Oh, dang it. Okay, well. Oh, and I didn't repair the ride pod again. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. That's my bad. Let's just double back. Behind it. Oh, double mimics. You don't normally see double. If you're wondering, I used a name change ticket. Earn these weapons this early in the game without cheating or using a name change ticket. And if I sound funny, I apologize. It's because I'm standing behind my chair that has my cat's... Oh, he's cleaning her. He's never cleaned her before. It's because he's smelly. He's the smelly brother. I have 2 tortoiseshells and then a flame point Siamese, and he's the smelly brother. How sweet was that? I know, I should have sold it, but I don't need money anymore. Still no magic crystal. I hate getting the magic crystal late, but it doesn't really matter too much. Oh my god, they're actually getting along in the chair. I was hoping they'd fight. Not like hissing and scratching, but... Don't do that. Don't just block a laser beam. That's not how this works. That's not how this works at all. Can't just block a laser. I guess he is a dragon. Just blocks a laser beam. What is this, One Punch Man?
Alright, that takes care of you guys.
God, I wish it showed the whole gun. Every time. Oh, that's... Oh. Well, there's no showing off the glitch here. Or is there? Probably not. I will just show you guys because I have FOMO, so I get what it's like. At some point, I will not be completing this on purpose. I'm gonna complete it this time just to show you that the items I get, because I've done this multiple times, the items I get from doing this are worthless. Well, they're not worthless, but... So I think I have like 9, and I can make those 2. I have 8. And I can make them. So they're not worthless, but they're not what I'm after. What I'm after, and I'll show you real quick, is getting the Sphena ball right here in this corner, because when I run, watch Max's feet, when I run and stop, can you see that? I'm actually going forward. So if I put the ball right here and then run forward and switch to the fishing pole, the game actually won't let me stand in the same place with the 2 items. Wait, I should, okay, I could have gone back there. I should have gone back there, it would have been faster. And it'll either push me forwards or backwards. And if I can get the game to push me forwards, it'll push me out of bounds and onto the river. And then I can run around on the river, and it's really goofy looking. But where do I want to fish right now? I usually like to fish in the most aesthetically pleasing spot, which looks like about here. Because I'm a snob. Amakadura, whatever it is. Amakadara? I think we're looking for 87 centimeters, 186 FP. I haven't fished for very many of these, so I don't have a very big record. The Wikipedia says your best bet is to catch them in the rain. So my goal is to get out of bounds on a rainy day and then just have a field day catching as many as I can on the river. But until that happens, we're just gonna keep switching between this and Shigura. Ooh, that's my biggest one. Hello. I'm gonna wait for him to stop kicking. Get a nice picture of him, and I keep that as a little log of my records. Alright, so yeah, I did just clean out my inventory, so he's the first one. Very nice. So, clear, 1. We'll catch 10. I was really excited after realizing that you could put lures on the bait rod if you use a glitch. Because I was like, wait, what if I put bait on the lure rod? Will I be able to catch goofy looking fish? Because the lure rod would double the FP points, but it actually doesn't work that way. You can strangely put lures on the bait rod, but you can't put bait on the lure rod. I don't know why. So I don't think there's a such thing as a dead cast on the bait rod, but sometimes they take so long that I just reel them in anyways. Call me impatient, but that's just how I feel. Okay, so I lost June, but Jiraiya's still here, and he'll sleep for hours next to me. So I think I lost my chair. The good news is I don't have to watch one of my cats chew on my cords, or sit here and watch one of my cats so they don't chew on my cords. Either way, I'm watching the cat and not playing the game, which sucks. I love her to death, but right before I stream, I always check their litter box. I check both water dishes. I throw them a bunch of treats. I try to run them in the early part of the day and the afternoon. But, I mean, my God, the more stuff you do for them, the more spoiled they get. That's just how it works. Like, it's, like, fucked up. At a certain point, you have to realize you've over-spoiled your pets. And, like, they got you trained. It's really, I'd have to see it raining. But this is slow. I mean, it'd have to be quick for me to actually believe the rain matters. Although, I mean, it might be. Oh, that is a beautiful background, though. Gorgeous. Glad I picked this spot. Alright, so who is getting removed from the aquarium now? Probably the smallest Kaji. I've got, I think, 3 of them. What's a giant Piccoli and all those fish look like? Do they get that big? I don't think they do. I had a giant, quotes around giant, Gila, and it still wasn't that big. I eventually got rid of it. It made me sad getting rid of it, but it just wasn't that big. I mean, like, I caught a lot of Gila, and only one of them, no, maybe 2. I'd say 2 to feel more comfortable with myself. Were actually over 40 FP. And I spent, I think, like 100 pieces of bait or so catching them. I don't know why I specified bait, just fish. I caught like 100 Gila. And 41 was the biggest one I saw. Period. And I kept the longest one of the 2, but it wasn't that big. I mean, obviously, but like Bon, if you catch a big Bon, like 100 centimeter Bon, 100 FP, it's huge in the aquarium, like shockingly big. Ooh! That's a new record, isn't it? Right? Screenshots. I wish it showed you fish easier. Smaller FP value, longer fish. So it's already happening. I did not get a good picture of it, though. hard to. Look at him squirming. I feel bad. My God. If I remember correctly, it's not even actually a fish. He had short legs, so they called him a fish. Poor guy. Yeah. It's not even actually a fish. So when Max is holding the fish, or horse in this situation, that fish is determined based on the FP value. And from what we can tell, it doesn't matter if it's doubled because you're using a lure rod or if you're using a regular bait rod value. However, when you put the fish in the aquarium, shoot. So, hold on. It's these two right now. When you put the fish in the aquarium, it uses the length in centimeters to determine how big the fish is. It's really annoying. So like if you want a giant / perfect fish, it has to be long and heavy. But if you just want a big fish in the aquarium, technically it only has to be long. But once you start feeding it, you'll realize it's not a very heavy fish. Oh, not bad. Good jump. That was a good jump and bar. Not at the start, though. I don't know if these fish actually jump at the start. That might just be unique to Kaji. Look at the bobber not moving. It's glitched. There must be an invisible wall right there or something. Yeah, look at it. It's funny. Nice. That's like super similar, isn't it? Hold up. Um, 107, 148. Yeah, 107, 148, 107, 141. Alright, so that's current record. Yes, it is. Welcome. Welcome. Wait, shoot, that's 6 of them. Am I? Yeah, I have that right. I'm catching 10 of Umakadaras and 10 of Kaji Hamahamas and switching back and forth. I set a new record for Kajis again this morning, doing exactly what I'm doing right now, so I'm working on doing this for the day. But the new Kaji record is 585 FP. Caught it on a 174 centimeter body, so I'm pretty sure the fish, yep, 174 centimeters, so I'm pretty sure the fish go past 600. I'd hate to say this out loud, but 6 or 9. Nice. It's fish number 7. Oh, I keep forgetting to equip the... So, yeah, exactly what I didn't want to happen. I caught another heavier fish that was shorter than my record, which was very defeating, just like the last one, but, you know, it happens. It's going to probably continue to happen. And then I'm going to catch a longer one that weighs less. But I caught it this morning, I think 7 fish into entering the room. Like, I came and caught some Umakadaras, and then I was like, you know, I'm going back to Shikura Village just in case I catch a record. And then literally the 7th fish was a record. And it's like, okay. I'm just gonna spend all day switching back and forth. Oh, nice. I've always wanted to get into Valheim, but like, I just don't understand it enough. I think I would have to watch like somebody play a seeded one and then play that seed for myself. I think it's just too random for me. I wouldn't understand the progression unless I saw like somebody else do it first. But I like the terraforming, and I like the exploring with a boat and the sea serpent, or whatever it is. I love stuff like that. Okay, you know who you're saying that to, right? Right? Let's be nice here. There's no rule on that. I'll let you say what you want, but don't use those dots with me. Don't ellipses me. I still don't understand fishing. I've done this for like 90 hours. I'd love to get out of bounds though, on a rainy day and catch some giant Umakadara. Alright, I think that's fish number 10. 5, yep, 10. Who's coming out? It's you, 164. Alright. How do they look? Not bad! Not bad at all! That's a big fish still. It should not even be remotely that big for how... Why? What's the double FP on that? If you could catch that with a lure rod, what would it have been? Under 300! It'd be 296. That's not even that big of a fish. Alright. You get to join the club out of pure ridiculousness, simply because you're not even actually a fish. He had short legs, so they called him a fish. Poor guy. I love that. Umadakara. I've been saying Umakadara. Umadakara. God, I am dyslexic. I don't even have a reason to be getting, like, ashamed of that. I'm, like, actually dyslexic. Jesus Christ. It's a horse. It literally is. I love it. It's not even a fish. It's like all those horrible, horrible videos of people like releasing tortoises to the ocean and stuff, and it's like, you fucking idiot, stop. But instead it's this poor horse with like tiny legs. So there is a history to Rogue Galaxies. It's a horse. Really? I've only made it to chapter... Okay, god dang, you're gonna make me play that game again. I only made it to chapter 5 and I gave up. Oh, I'm gonna have to play that game if there's references I don't get. Now I'm interested. So it's the Insectatron? Is that what it's called? Dang. I specifically, the last time I played that game, remembered thinking, like, just ignore it. Ignore all of this bug nonsense. Don't pay attention to it. Ugh. Somebody actually recently was talking to me on Reddit about Rogue Galaxy, and dang it, almost got me to play again. Dang it. That's it. I'm gonna have to pick up Rogue Galaxy again. Oh, Mackenzie, I'm no longer hitting the X button. Just for today. Or I guess the rest of today. I've been catching fish just fine. Oh, I'm gonna have to actually play Rogue Galaxy. Well, that's good. Thank you for that. That gives me more time to decide about Dragon Quest VIII, because I hadn't decided if I was going to play Dragon Quest VIII on the 3DS or the PS2 yet. But yeah, I already have a save on Rogue Galaxy that's in Chapter 4. I'm at the end of the prison. I'm just wrapping up getting Phantom Tails, Photons or something. Whatever the ape is. It's not, is it Livid Apes? It might be Livid Apes. And there might be one more enemy. My goal is to get Earthshaker as soon as possible. I don't know how possible that's going to be. Theoretically, you could get it in Chapter 3, but it would take you, like, years. Years. If not a decade of your life. You could get it in probably 3 years in Chapter 4. Maybe 2 years. 1 year if you're one of those dedicated people, but I'm not like that. I can't do that shit. Nice, that's a good one. For Fish 1, that's great. Oh, I wish I had pictures. I don't have them anymore, do I? Rogue Galaxy thumbnails. No, I don't. Oh, wait, my phone. So I've been grinding to as high of a level as I can in each area. I have so many of the baits to catch the bugs with. Let me find a picture of. I think, yeah, right here. I think I have 4 or 5 of all the different types of like rare bait, like the Nebula ore and the Opal ore. I've just been grinding so much. I actually really like the game. I just think there's too much stuff on the screen when you're in combat, and it like actually overwhelms me. And it's probably one of the few games that's ever done that. I rarely feel like I get overwhelmed in a game. Actually, recently, Vampire Survivors is one of the few games I have felt like at a certain point was just so overwhelming that like my eyes hurt. Although when you start that game, like every time you start it, like literally just starting it up, it comes with a warning that talks about seizures and stuff like that and epilepsy. But no, when it's just like Simon and Kasala are like, hey, do you want us to use our special ability or a healing potion? And then it's like Burning Strike is ready to go. And then, yeah, you're like trying to fight something. And it's just like, okay, like I can barely tell what's going on with all this shit. It's too much. I actually, when I restarted the game, I specifically made sure to not unlock Burning Strike so it wouldn't pop up on my screen. I don't know if that's petty or not, but it helps. It actually helps. I just burnt myself out on grinding because that's who I am. Although I'm not far off. I think if I defeat a few hundred more enemies, I know it's ridiculous, but it's not too many, I can move on to Chapter 5. And then in Chapter 5, I should quite easily be able to reach level 40. And then I'll unlock Earthshaker, and I will be, like, so overpowered, it shouldn't even be funny. It should be like one of those, like, nervous laugh kind of funnies. But yeah, I haven't Googled anything about Rogue Galaxy outside of Jaster weapon buildup. It's been pretty much a blind playthrough. I've loved it too. I mean, it's like... The best way I can describe it is the team who worked on Dark Cloud didn't actually have like a good grasp of childish humor, I think. Like, you can tell the game wasn't meant for like later teens, but it's definitely not a little kids game. And then you play Dragon Quest, and Dragon Quest looks like a kids game, but the humor in Dragon Quest is very clearly not for kids. But when you play Rogue Galaxy, they actually find that like blend between kids are playing this and it's hitting an older demographic. It's like a well-written episode of The Simpsons or early SpongeBob, where like both age demographics are not being left out, but they're not necessarily laughing at each other's jokes either. I mean, if you want to talk about things that are spoiler, that's fine. Talk about whatever you want. You're not going to spoil it for me. You're honestly the only reason I'm even going to go back and play the game at this point. So, like, if it's something exciting, talk about it. You're more likely to get me to actually play it here soon. Otherwise, I'm spending the next 3 months fishing for records in this game until Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out. Oh my god, if it's something about Simon and his kid, please say it. That makes me so angry. I do hate the deadbeat dad trope. I think it's just because I'm the age that I am and I grew up with anime and cartoons all doing the deadbeat dad trope. But like, I'm so tired of it. Oh god, I haven't been keeping track. What fish is that? Is that just 2? Yes, it is. Oh my god! No! No! I put my foot up on the chair and he's got his claws on my foot! Oh, if I yank my foot away, I might kick the microphone. God, he's got the biggest paws out of all of them. Not sure I'd be comfortable talking about that in particular. There's spoiler and then there's Simon spoilers. That's fine. That makes me more excited to learn about Simon. That makes me excited that his story isn't generic and terrible. You could smell it from a mile away. I mean, like, obviously in the same sentence they set it up, they tease it too, but like, I think it was too popular back then. Too many franchises use the deadbeat dad running away story. After seeing Nelson and The Simpsons sing about it, it was over. I was tired of it. My apologies, I'm ranting. But I like it. I've only played up till Chapter 5, but I like it. I like the game. And hilariously, Star Wars is not at all what I think of when I play it. Nice. I want to say that's how I play every game, but it's honestly like a distorted version of 100%. I 100% games as I play them. Oh yeah, that's how I am. But like, I try to like, even if it wastes 50 hours of my life, quotes around waste, I enjoy it because I'm weird. But like, if there's a sword available at the start of the game and it's a 1 in 1,000 chance, I'll go for it. Even if that sword's available 2 chapters later, I want to get that sword as soon as possible. I just want to know. So like, I 100% games, but like, in a very painfully slow manner. In my mind, it's how the developers wanted you to play the game, but as I've gotten older, I realized, no, they did not want this. They actually wanted like 1 in a million people to get the sword and have a special time playing the game. They did not want my ass restarting the game 16 times every day for a month until I finally got the sword. They wanted it to be special, not forced. But man, I thought they wanted it forced. So I grew up thinking it was fun to do that. And now I am older and I still think it's fun to do that. So I like to do ridiculous grinding challenges, but yeah, not quite the same. But like, again, they're distorted, so like I should be doing the Insectron, is it Insecta? Insector. Insectortron. I don't know. But I'm just ignoring it. I'm so ignoring it, and I'm not even afraid to admit that. Same with like building up Zegrim, Kasala, and Simon's weapons. I figured I'd be okay with that, since like, again, I'm in chapter 4 and I'm level 37 or 38. Insectron, okay. I'm throwing in like an extra E. Insectron, Insectron. God, why can I not be literate? Wow, the fish are not biting. Maybe I should be hitting X. Let's try it. Nope. I mean, it was only one fish, it's not like it matters. Towards the overall. Wow. Sometimes, rarely, the fish are like super uncommon like this. It almost makes me think there's something going on, but like I can't prove, or do I have any evidence of anything going on, but it's weird. Well, I might have to do a little Googling before I get back in. Do you have 3 guides that you would recommend, or are they just the first 3 that you found that don't have all the same information? Because when I was doing weapon building, I had to use 2 different guides. I know that for sure. Each guide had different paths that the other one didn't have, which I thought was really funny. Because if I made a guide for Rogue Galaxy, you can bet I'd have stolen everything from everybody else's guides before I put it out there. Just slap a little fucking resources at the page at the bottom. Well, when I go into chapter 5, well, no, I'll have to look it up. I bet there's certain levels and certain baits in each area that you have to use to catch the best bugs. So the Insectron's basically Finny Frenzy then, isn't it? but like more in depth, I bet. Interesting. It's so weird. Everybody always tells me or makes posts or speculates online that Rogue Galaxy is Dark Cloud 3, but like, I just can't accept it. If that's what Dark Cloud 3 became, it sucks. There's so few mini games. There's no pictures. It's like they actually regressed again. It's wild to me. One in general walkthrough, one is walkthrough, one for frog log, one for factory. Enemy locations and special. Yeah, oh my gosh, finding the Shadow Woods, that was so annoying. Oh my gosh, finding the shadow. I literally had to like Google multiple different things until finally I found somebody who was like, oh yeah, Shadow Woods are found on this one specific path. And it was just like, are you kidding me? It's like, how am I supposed to find this? It's like, they're not even that common on that path, so like, unless you get lucky and see them, would you ever be like, oh, I wonder if they're more common here? I think the frog log is really cool, but my problem with it is that not every combination actually counts for the upgrades, which is again what I think is some of the guides like problem is like they used upgrades that count and then some of them didn't use upgrades that count. But I don't know, I think that's annoying that you have to upgrade the weapons a certain way for the frog log to count them. But you definitely don't actually have to upgrade them in the frog log path. Not very big fish. Huh, really? Interesting. But like, I like the game. I said that I think 4 times now. Let me compliment something I haven't then. Oh, the traversal. Despite not being made in the Dark Cloud engine, which I think is just sickening. I think it's stupid they wouldn't do that. I actually like that kind of Final Fantasy X running around, getting into like fixed battles. You got a jump button, but it's definitely like obvious where you can jump to. There's chests around the map. I like that. I really do. Oh no, some weapons are finite. I've definitely burnt up some of them finite weapons, I bet. Maybe not. Maybe. I was trying to figure out how to get more is it grand edges, I think? And I couldn't figure it out. I think they're finite. That would make sense. I just assumed as I went through the game they would respawn more. Oh no. I definitely used those in making an Earth Shaker early. I'll have to find out. I might be, if they're not finite, I might be okay. So I don't think anything else I've used has been finite besides the grand edges. But I think grand edges are actually just made from a plain edge and a wild edge is just 2 plain edges. I'll have to check. Dang, I'm actually excited in playing again. Thank you. I haven't touched that game in months. Yeah, that game does surprisingly have a really like small inventory and big for how much stuff you can have. Like at one point, I was actually full on both storage and my bank, and I was only in chapter 3, I think. I might have been in 4 by that point. But I was just buying every weapon I could as I saw it available. And yeah, my storage was full. And I thought that was really weird. I think the lack of big fish is really weird too. Second. Ooh, nice. Oh, I was so excited. I had such a good feeling that this was going to be a giant fish. Again, I need the bar to be like up here as soon as the fish is hooked. It's like eerie. As soon as you hook the fish, the bar just starts rising. And it's like, again, I think it's a warning. Like, hey, pay attention. Like, this fish is going to disappear if you don't. Because you can't hold the X button down on giant fish like that, because if you do, they will just snap the line, or they'll take your lure. I think they take your lure, technically. I don't think you snap lines. But I have only seen one of those fish today, and it was, oh god, 11 hours ago at 2 o'clock this morning. So, I'm kind of due another one, but at the same time, if shiny hunting Pokemon has taught me anything in life, I'm not owed shit. So I'm gonna catch again 3 more fish. Then we're gonna go fly back to Starlight Canyon. See if we can get a rainy day. Catch a new Umadakara record. Or should I try something else? Should I try a Baku Baku? Should I try... should we try a Baku Baku maybe? Umadakara or Baku Baku? Who else is there? There's Barons, but... or not Barons. Barons are in Chapter 5. There's Mardans, but Mardans are time-specific. So I would actually have to leave randomly. And I don't like the idea of randomly leaving before I've caught my 10 fish. Although I could catch more fish and then just leave after the 10th one when it's nighttime, but that's kind of annoying. Look at him. Did you see that little spin? Oh, this beautiful little guy. I wish they were the biggest fish. I do. I really do. It's a shark. It's literally a hammerhead shark. How is it not? Ooh, crack my knuckles. My hand's stiff. Not my shaking hand either. As lame as it sounds, my shaking hand doesn't hurt today from fishing. I think switching to the bait rod is all it really takes for my hand to not getting hurt from shaking a joystick constantly. I mean, like, I don't want to think about it too much, but I can't think of what job you would have where you shake your fucking thumb this much. Like, professional thumb wrestling, but that's the most popular one I can think of. I mean, that's obvious. Maybe Hitchhiker? But I mean, they have their own thumbs, so that's obvious too. I still cannot figure out if I want to play Dragon Quest on the PS2 or the 3DS. I think it's going to be the 3DS, I think. I'm going to hate figuring out how to hook everything up, but it's going to be so much fun to actually play, I think. I will probably cheat with an action replay if I play on the 3DS, though. Because on my last playthrough, I spent 6 months collecting seeds of wisdom, agility, and strength every single day so that I could max out my character's stats. And if I start the game over again, I don't think I want to spend 6 months doing that again. Or do I? I could do it. I could do it. I'm a fucked up individual. Ooh, that'd be like one of the only mods I would ever do to that game. I wish I could mod Mori to be recruitable pre-boat, like he is on the PS2. Well, he's not recruitable, but you can beat rank S pre-boat. That's such a weird thing to make, and I get it. It's because they didn't want to record all those voice lines. But, like, they still had to decide somewhere to put them in the game, so, like, that's interesting. I wonder how many voice lines specifically that cut out that they were like, yep, this is the point. Probably a lot, because that really kind of narrows down where you're at exploration-wise. But on the flip side, they're not a small company, so they should have just paid somebody to do it. Alright, that's 9 fish. Nothing big. So, I need to get out of here. Nice. Oh, and oof, nice. Not... Oh, it was so quick. Hit me. Okay, yep, I was afraid of that as well, so... The hunting record, really? Is it get that bad? Number 2. Okay. Oh, I just almost fell over. I was trying to scratch my knee. I've been trying to do the hunting record as I progress through the game, so maybe I will focus on that. Alright, so this is the biggest fish. By far. Are there, like, especially unique ones, or just, like, the normal list? Because I've been doing that. Yeah, it's a giant pain, yeah. I've been trying to do that as I progress through every chapter. Because believe it or not, if you kill 300 of the same enemy, they stop giving you experience. Well, they don't stop giving you experience, but they give you less than 1. They're programmed to always give you 1 experience. So, like, even if you kill 5 tarantula, if you've defeated 300 of them, and these are 305, nice, giant Kaji. It's number 10, too. That's hilarious. So let's just see what number 11 is real quick. But yeah, if you've defeated, like, 300 to 500 tarantula, every tarantula after that will give you less than 1 experience. So you could defeat 5 of them, and all 5 would still give you 1 experience. If you defeated 1 of them, it would still give you 1 experience. So technically, you could level up somewhat faster if you just defeated different types of enemies, but you can't control that. I was wondering if the enemies changed when you double back to places in Chapter 6. Or if they just gave you more experience, because if they don't change, I'm screwed. So weird. I love level 5, I do. Their games are great. But like, game balance is not something that they actually know incredibly well. Alright. Okay, yeah, it's a small fish. I should have just left. I knew it was going to be a small fish. Why did I do this to myself? Oh, that's right. We said we're doing, Well, you know what? Actually, it's perfect timing. It's not like Metric Point where you can miss the L1 spawn the type of animal it shows them. Oh god. Missable enemy types. No, that's not what I wanted. What am I doing? Oh god. forgot you don't fish for Mardens in Fish Monster Swamp anymore. We have Chapter 4 now. We're ancient mural people. Oh man, I forget it every time it gets rid of the music. I don't know why. I don't know how I forget that it gets rid of the music every time, but I do. We're a little early. I don't think I play a lot of games that have super missable stuff. This has missable photos in it, but it doesn't like lock you out of anything. It doesn't lock you out of anything, I think, really, besides like a outfit. An outfit and the sun badge? Oh, here we go, here we go. Not a very big Mardan. My biggest Mardan was a long time ago. You're gonna have to give me a second. I think I sent you a picture of it. It was a long time ago. I can find it. 69 centimeters, 292 FP. That was like one of the first fish that I was just like, wow, I didn't know fish got this big. But that was, let's see, details. October 22nd. I was not paying attention. That's kind of when I started all of this, was around Halloween. Oh my god, have I been doing this for like 3 months now? God, that ground is like glitchy. If there was a speed ball here, I could get out of bounds. But yeah, my biggest Mardan is not that big, actually. I don't really fish for him. I used him to level up the bait rod originally, but as soon as I was done leveling up the bait rod, I was done. I moved on to getting medals, and then they can go up to 500 FP, but I don't know if they can go over 500 FP. I think they can only hit 500 FP here as well. I don't think they can hit 500 in Fish Monster. I have no proof of it, but Mackenzie does. And I think she's playing Valheim right now, so she's not around. I mean, technically I haven't either besides hers, but she does have a giant Mardan on record. Because I think that's what she fishes for, is Mardans, or Barons. I used to only fish for gobblers. back in the day. Back in the day. The only reason I like fishing for Mardans is I have no idea what time it is right now, and I either have to reel in and miss a fish potentially to check the time, or just sit here for a few minutes and waste time anyways. I like Mardans. That's pretty big. But I literally know nothing about Barrens, so I can't tell you. On retro achievements, does retro achievements have like a database for everybody? I never even thought about checking something like that. Does it have like a... Well, people could just lie. Or cheat. See, that's what sucks. That's what sucks. It's like very clear when you find somebody who's actually put a bunch of time into this and somebody who's like just made up some numbers. Because like the people who have put a bunch of time into this are very specific about how they've done everything and the size of their fish. Yeah, because if you saw somebody who had a record on there, yeah, no, it's absolutely possible. If I had to guess, nobody's probably cheated. But like, again, it's just one of those things where like you could almost guarantee that if somebody set the record on there, you could probably find them on game FAQs or Reddit being like, how do you catch a bigger fish? I'm trying to set the record on retro achievements and I can't catch a bigger fish. Like, it's very clear what people are looking for giant fish and what people are just trying to get the medals. Because like, there's a big distinction. I wonder if Mackenzie's uploaded her retro achievements. She did a retro achievement playthrough. She did all of them, I think. Or, no, she's probably still working through it. That'd be ridiculous if she did all of it already. Although, the dedication is strong with that one. I think I'm done. What am I creating? Fishing contest. Do I want to go weigh that giant fish? Kinda. I'm gonna save. God, I love that music. I am at an hour and a half of recording. Oh shit, you just typed a book. For Mardans, I have 283.69 and 389.76. Screwed up my size so much on the heavier one. Could have been like a... Yeah. No, shoot. Yeah, she was here a while ago, like an hour ago. So she's not gonna be around probably anytime soon. Or she's listening. But I'm almost certain, or it might have been Kevin who caught the close to 500. I actually can't answer that for you, because I don't know. I do want to weigh the new fish though. That's why I saved. I'm still convinced when I catch the perfect fish, it's gonna be this motherfucker right here. Dead. It's gonna be dead. Look at them eyes. But this is the fish I want to pull out. This is the fish I want. I won't be happy until I see this sitting in front of Max, halfway into the ground. Or this. I'll settle for this. Look at those dead eyes. It will be mine. I'm gonna get a picture of my fish. Just in case it's the only thing I catch today. Bam. All right. Would you guys rather me take a 15-minute break now or in half an hour? Well, regardless, I'm resetting the PS2.